So here's the thing. My first vlog of the year was originally going to be very different to this. And then my second first vlog of the year, that was going to be very different again. Yet despite those two vlogs being completely separate from one another in terms of content, style and objective, I ended up not publishing either of them for the exact same reason. But rather than repeat that mistake again, I've decided to face a problem head on and make my third first vlog of the year all about the challenge of making YouTube work for you when you're neurodivergent. So here's another thing. I have ADHD. I found out in about 2021 when I went through the early stages of diagnosis with my doctor. I went for an assessment screening, which I passed with flying colours, and then went onto a waiting list, which I was on for about 2 years. Then we moved to a different county. I lost my place in the queue, and it's not something that I've yet spoken to my current GP about to re-register for. But that is on my list of things to do, I promise. This means that rather than having medication or any type of professional support, I've instead just been relying on coping strategies that I've learned to help me handle the worst that the condition throws at me. But the thing is, despite learning so much, there are some things that I've just not been able to change for the life of me. Something that I've known about myself since before my ADHD even had a name was my cycles of interest. I will suddenly, often with very little warning, find myself becoming absolutely obsessed with something. I will set myself some type of creative goal based on that obsession and then make huge strides towards it. But the thing is, this obsession will only last for a couple of weeks or up to 3 months at tops. And then, as swiftly as it started, it'll stop. With my cycle of interest making it so difficult to build momentum, it means that this whole YouTube project, which relies on having a niche and posting consistently, just ends up becoming something of a non-starter. Speaking of non-starters, let's talk about the other two first vlogs of the year that I've already shot. The first of these was a shop tour of a fun but ultimately disappointing Gundam pop-up store at Camden Market in London. I tried some new things and was pretty happy with the finished product. But then, the day before I was set to publish it, I got hung up on the thumbnail, my momentum stopped, and my motivation plummeted. All of a sudden, this video was no longer how I wanted to present myself online. I'd cycled out of all things model making, and had instead fallen back into all things indie filmmaking. And so I restarted development on a sci-fi short film I've been working on. I thought I could leverage this channel's filmmaking history to chronicle that journey, making myself accountable so I keep turning up, whilst also sharing the skills I've learned through my education and work as a filmmaker. So my second first vlog of the year is all about how to start writing scripts, and that is filmed and almost complete. However, once again, it just didn't ring true. And I don't think it's cowardice about committing to a lane, or else I wouldn't be back here again doing this. I think it's much more just that I'm reluctant to commit to something that is only ever going to represent a small part of me. This cycle of competing interests means that if I ever say that I'm going to be one thing and one thing only, then my progress towards becoming that thing is going to be so slow as to be basically non-existent. Oh, it's stone cold. That's why I've made this video. It's time to drop labels and put everything into one place. My love of filmmaking, cartooning, toys, model making, my ADHD, even my fears for this god-awful era of a world that we're living through. Okay, maybe less of that one. I want to try and keep this a good space. But I need to bring together all of the things that make me who I am in order to talk about life with honesty and hopefully consistency. So this might find an audience, or it might not. You'll let me know one way or another. But either way, if I publish something, then you'll know that I've believed in it enough to push through the creative lows and turn it into something that I'm proud to share. So if you like indie filmmaking, retro toys, model making, or small press comics, then stick around. You will definitely see some things that you like. Just not necessarily in any particular order, or with any reliable frequency. Making YouTube work, yo. We're making YouTube work.